What is going on, people? I am here for another review, if you couldn't tell. Actually, let me turn this a little bit there. I think I'm better in this spot. But if you couldn't tell by the title, I am here for another review. And this movie is Sickhouse, put out by Indigenous Films. Let me say first, this movie I thought was very creative. You know, nowadays, these new age social media and stuff, they're coming out with more and more movies incorporated with that, like Unfriended was with Skype. Well, this one is straight up through Snapchat. The whole movie is taped through, Snapchat videos. So you can tell by, I don't use Snapchat as much. I do have one. I do have pretty much all the social media stuff. I don't use it as much, but it's these 10-second like clippets where you see it and then it cuts and then you see it and it cuts. And so I must say this one was, very intriguing. There's only so much you can do with, a cell phone and Snapchat. So there's not much in what do you want to call it, like effects or anything like that. But for what it did, it was good. Let me get into it. Directed and written by Hannah Macpherson. It stars Andrea Russett, Laine Neal, probably kill that name. Sorry if you see it. Sean O'Donnell, Lucas Gage, among others. Pretty much what this is it's about two cousins, Andrea and Taylor. Taylor comes and visits for some unknown reason. She ends up just showing up. I believe it's in California somewhere. So they end up, getting together, hanging out, and Andrea's talking about going to this sick house. This sick house is a place, a house with a very bad story behind it, where the husband poisoned the wife and all this stuff. So it was like one of those weird New Jersey kind of. I live in New Jersey, so it's weird New Jersey. One of those haunted places where people want to go and try to visit and dark nights and everything, because again, there is an ominous story behind it. So they have a plan to go out to this house and check it out. Little do they know, there's more to the story that might not have been told to them, whether throughout the friends who told them they went there or as they go through, because the movie is them going to, get ready for this trip or this hiking, whatever you want to call it, excursion, to going and finding the house. So it is a pretty longer movie. It has a story, a little story behind it and such. And as they go through, the more people they talk to, the more they find out about this thing. And, most people are telling them, don't go there because people have disappeared. But, teenagers and everything don't heed warnings and they end up going anyway. Throughout the movie as well, there's a, ongoing storyline of why Taylor ended up going to, visit her cousin anyway. You find out that she got kicked out of school. You don't find the real reason, but as the movie goes on, you get hints and stuff and so on and so forth. So anyway, like I said, throughout the movie, it's pretty much just all captured on Snapchat, small 10-second clips. Sometimes, they're in conversation and it cuts and then you don't get the rest of the conversation, which some parts aren't important. Others, I guess it's just me being a movie fan trying to dig into it a little bit deeper. There were some parts that I think could have used a little bit more dialogue or more part to the story, but for the most part, it was just, the quick 10-second clips. Let me say it does remind me of, early on Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch Project. Some people are going to be like, well, Blair Witch Project was so boring. Well, when it first came out, when you didn't know it was a movie, you just saw the taped on film kind of deal. You kind of thought it was real. You kind of thought it was, like real life happening in front of your face, until you realize it was a movie and didn't happen. But I must say, with this Snapchat, with the 10-second clips, it got a little creepy at parts when it was nighttime and they were hearing noises and stuff. I must say, with the 10-second clips and the way it was shot and the sound and everything that came from a cell phone, it definitely had its creepy parts that I think if it was a full-on movie where you get the background and everything, you only see a small, like, phone-sized sample of what's going on. So that, I must say, makes it a little bit more creepy in my eyes, instead of seeing a full panoramic view where you can see around you and see nothing happening. When you see only a small little screen and you don't know what's going on behind you, or you don't know the noises that are coming on, I must say that there was a few where I got creeped out and jumped a little bit more than I think I would have if I saw everything that was going on. So I must say that the movie definitely has that going for it. Again, the story is pretty cool. Not your it, pretty much you're going to a haunted house trying to find out what's going on kind of deal, but it has a good backstory. It has a creepy like character and such. Let me say the end gets a little bit more creepy and creepy as it goes. I must say I enjoyed this movie. There is a way to purchase it. It's right now, I think it's only on video on demand. Again, I saw it through Vimeo, so I found it through the Insidious, Indigenous Insidious. Indigenous has a Instagram page where it linked that Vimeo page, or I guess where they put their stuff on there. It also, Sickhouse has a website, which I'll link in the show notes and everything. And yeah, I must say, if you're into, especially the new wave of horror, if you're a Snapchat liker, check this movie out. If you're into those, shot on camera films, I say check it out. I'd say just check it out in general. It's only, I got it for what, $5.99 on Vimeo. So definitely go ahead. I'll leave the link to that as well. Definitely go ahead, check this out. I must say, I was very impressed for the limited amount of stuff that they had. The story was cool. Again, parts were creepy. I enjoyed it. I'd say definitely go ahead, check it out if you're looking for something new to watch. So hopefully you enjoyed my review. Again, if you like it, definitely give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Let them know I'm around or about this review. If you haven't already and you're watching it, definitely go ahead, subscribe to my channel, because again, I put out a whole bunch of stuff. I have an Instagram for my movies that you see behind me, so definitely go ahead, check that out. If there's a movie there that you want to see reviewed, definitely go ahead, either let me know through my Instagram or through here. Say, hey, listen, there's a movie I saw that you have. Could you review it? And I'll go ahead and do it for you. And yeah, I guess until next time, go ahead, check out Sickhouse. Again, I'll leave all the links for them. Everything that I just talked about in this, whether it's the Vimeo or the webpage, the Instagram, such like that. Definitely go ahead, check all that stuff out. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.